Can you talk us through the piece? It has an immense force, so several choirs, soloists. What is the subject matter of the piece?
Well, you have to imagine the piece. Schoenberg wrote the piece in 1900, 1901. The instrumentation he finished 10 years later. But just to have an image of it, that Schoenberg, 1900, he was 26, living in Vienna. And the start as a composer of Schoenberg, it's something which is beyond my imagination, that you can imagine a man living in Vienna at that time in a world where the music, the way music had developed in the last half of the 19th century into an incredible complex language. The complexity of late romantic harmony of the whole the language is astonishing. And that a composer who had not even a professional education, he was an amateur cello player. He had a brother-in-law, Alexander Zemlinsky, who was a fantastic conductor and composer. He helped him a little bit, but that was all. And then that this composer, this young man, wrote this music in that time. It's also the early pieces like Transfigured Night, which is an amazing piece if you think of the time. And then this piece, you can say in a way it is whatever was crucial and essential in the last decades of the 19th century. This is once a kind of everything comes in it, everything, and in a scale which no other composer ever has gone so far. Even if you compare it with Richard Strauss, who was very famous at the time and wrote this big couple of poems and whatever, this is on a scale. It is incredible that a composer of 26 had the courage and the genius to make a piece like this. And so, in a way, every page you open, oh my God, this, what happened? Let's take one thing, which is of course very spectacular. That is the amount of musicians involved. I've done some very big things, but I never had 85 strings, 10 horns, and go on and on. And the way he's using these forces in this piece, it is so impressive and so overwhelming that since I know that I'm going to do this piece, I can't stop it anymore. You know, I have to go into the piece, and every moment, oh my God! And sometimes you do a piece, and oh my God, I have to learn it, and concentration, discipline, you know. But this piece, sometimes I have to do different things, and I'm going back. I have to do a little bit. I can't stop anymore, and it is the richness of the piece and the depth of it, and the way. And for me, let's say that what happened in music, generally speaking, from the end of the 19th century until the First World War, this period in music history has been my fascination since I was at the conservatory myself. So this is more than 50 years ago, and what happened there, and what Schoenberg did in this period. If you just follow Schoenberg from his very early pieces, which have no opus number, which were basically very Brahms-like, and how every step in his music, from Transfigured Night to Pelléas and Melisande to the first string quartet to the first chamber symphony, coming to the second string quartet, and we are only talking now about a period from 1899 until 1908. That's only 9 years. What happened in that 9 years, what he was doing, coming out of this language of the late romantic, and where in this language you had this almost this antagonism between the Brahms school and the Wagnerian influence, and basically he put them both together, and what he made out of that is already so amazing in his very early pieces. But if you follow them step by step, where he's going and coming, at this incredible moment in the second string quartet, which is a string quartet in F sharp minor, but in the last movement where he loses the voice and the poem of Stefan Gregor, Ik fühle Luft von andere Planeten, and then the tonality is disappearing and it's not coming back anymore afterwards. And only this voyage is still, you can spend your life to discover what's happening there. And this piece is the essence of the old language, and so the whole piece as a concept and as an idea and what it is about is a product of that time, and like basically all the major pieces from that time, there are two themes, love and death, and that's what it is about. And but then on a scale which I no one